Hey traders from around the world, it's Jeremy Alexander Newsom. Today was not Wednesday. Womp womp womp. Hope you're doing well. I'm actually kind of happy with how I traded today. Just wasn't profitable, and that is absolutely okay. Again, generally right now with a lot of my trades mostly bullish. Anytime you have a really weird bearish day, I'll probably be losing on some positions, and that is indeed what happened. SPY kind of doing its thing. I know a lot of you are looking at and considering this to being a possible double top, and I am certainly in line with that thinking. I mean, that could easily happen. You have tons and tons of moving averages up here, fib retracement levels, massive possibilities for us to possibly roll over. And again, if we do take a dip, it actually makes a lot of sense. I'll kind of show you over here just kind of the drawings that I have, and this is still in line, perfectly normal with what I think could happen. Now, if we gap down tomorrow morning below the low of these candles, or if we really close below here, then yeah, I think we could have a dip. And even though we have a dip, or we might have a dip, I still think that dip will be buyable. I think that the bottom is in almost unequivocally at this point. But how low will we go and where exactly will we dip? I don't know those answers, obviously. But I would like to think that at some point we can make it down to 255 and kind of start pausing around that area. Here's the weekly chart on the SPY. And if I just hide everything, you'll see the long-term averages rise at 266. So I'm actually looking at getting into some iron condors for those of you who are credit spread fans. Speaking of iron condors, dun dun dun, advanced trading is coming up around the corner. If you want to register for that for free, go to reallifetrading.com. and click on live class and RSVP. It's free. That's the way RLT likes to rock and roll. It's going to be amazing. Also, if you have not taken the new beginners trading program, please do that because it's legit. Also, super small update. I do have an Ask Me Anything webinar May 16th, which is going to be Saturday. If you guys want to come to that, just pretty much you have the opportunity to ask me anything you want to ask me. That's really it. And yeah, looking forward to it. All right. So anyway, iron condors on SPY above here and below the 200 simple on the weekly chart expiring May 29th. Let's go look at AMD really quick because AMD was the trade of the day for a few traders. And what I'm doing right now on AMD is actually popping into some put sales around the 44 area. Put sales and or bull put spreads. I really don't mind owning shares of AMD. In fact, this day right here, which was May 1st, was the first day that AMD had 5 down days in a row in, what's the term? Forever, I think. It's been a very long time since AMD had 5 bear candles in a row. And anyway, so we sold some puts on that day. Those expire this Friday, aka 2 days from now. And then today, selling some more 44 and 43 and 42 puts for a lot of traders for May 29th on AMD. Because honestly, I would not mind owning shares of AMD down at that level. Same thing with Micron Technology. I really do love trading this stock. It's a very fun one, in my personal opinion. I'm just kind of a big fan. And what I'm looking for right now is I'm going to keep a really close eye on the weekly chart on Micron. Again, mostly just at these support levels. Because again, whatever we do in the market, I still am looking at buying dips because, well, it seemed to have worked pretty well back in March to do so. So buying the dip around 37 would be glorious on Micron. Don't know if that'll happen or not, but maybe it will. I did have a lot of stocks requested for today. Let's go look at a few of those. And let's see, Disney, APT, and Space. So Disney, taking its sweet time to do anything great. Disney, again, a lot of people are excited about this company long term, and I am as well. I mean, if you have a long enough time horizon, you're probably going to win on Disney. You had tons and tons of volume last week. This week is still actually an inside week candle with a lot of bullish volume. It's just going to take some time. Realistically, again, if you're playing Disney, in my personal opinion, this is not going to be nearly as fast as people want it to be or think it will be. It's just going to hang around, chop around, kind of more or less forever, and then eventually go higher at some point. But yeah, possible, very small head and shoulders. So we need to close below that neckline and then retest and then go lower. And if it made it back in down at 85 and 80, I'd be a buyer without question. That would fill this retest gap back from early April, late March. And again, will that happen? I don't know. What I can tell you is there's a lot of real life traders who have done pretty well selling puts on Disney and looking at snagging and bagging some June 2021 140 calls. Bought some at 5, bought more at 4. Those are actually dollar cost average profitable. And if we go down to 3 or 2 on those options, I will be buying a few heaps worth. We'll just see if and when Disney ends up bouncing. Activision, big fan of Activision long term, really good cash flow, great product. And if you go to the weekly chart on Activision, it is like Dow Theory 101. I mean, just such a perfect application of nice trend, nice public participation, good drop, good accumulation, double bottom, good volume, and then we're just slowly continuing higher. No brainer longer term position. Don't be bearish on Activision. What's interesting is gold is kind of the same for me right now. I like gold. Look at this pennant pattern on a weekly chart. Perfect pennant pattern, looks really nice. And if I come out here to a monthly chart, again, I do own physical metal of gold, and I do have physical metal, but I am bullish on it longer term. I mean, it just looks to me like a really, really nice, again, just Dow Theory 101, accumulation, public participation, and distribution phase. Look at this beauty right here. So what's very, very cool about this is we actually don't have that much farther to go until we get to the all-time high, previous all-time high, which is like 177. But the trend looks good, the volume looks good, the Dow Theory looks good, and if all those things look good, I think we're going to go higher longer term on gold. And silver is Brewy McBrewerton as well. Some pressure is building on this bad boy, and I kind of like it. Again, silver, in my personal opinion, has not been tracking nearly as strong as gold has, and I don't think I have a perfect reason for that. I'm not entirely sure why that's the case. But if I'm looking at a monthly chart on silver, it's at least comforting to know that I'm not buying at the astronomical top on silver. So buy low, sell high. I really like the candle. I like the location. I like the volume. And if you have a long enough time horizon, I think you could win on silver. I'm not a silver bug in the sense that I think the market's going to collapse and you need to buy silver as a hedge. I just think that technically speaking, volume, it's a good level to buy low, sell high, and just be in some bullish. I had a request for Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPCE. And I'm not a huge fan of Virgin Galactic right now. It really is just kind of hanging out. And that's not a terrible thing. I just don't see anything stupendous on it. This is the daily time frame. It just looks a little weak. It also looks a little market related, ironically enough. So yeah, it's pretty much doing what the market's doing. And there is some support around the $16 area. And we could eventually come all the way down to 12. Right, we'll see if that happens. I'm not entirely sure. But the interesting thing on Virgin Galactic is you got to be asked in your question, how many people right now are looking to do this, or looking to take part and take advantage of this with the way the economy is being treated right now. I don't know how many people are going to be spending, $250,000 or so to not totally fully go into space. I don't know. We'll see. I'm waiting this one out. I don't have any position on it. Definitely giving it some time. Had a request for Alpha Pro Tech, ticker symbol APT, and Alpha Pro Tech is consolidating. Honestly, I think it did its run up. I think it had its move, and I think that's it. Realistically. Again, could be wrong, could be massively incorrect about that. You're forming some kind of triangle and consolidation, but generally when you get a shape like this, that's really all it does. It doesn't really span out and do anything great, because this was a very, very short-lived pop that just happened over the course of a few, really 2 or 3 weeks, and that was kind of it. So APT, we'll see if it breaks out. Otherwise, I don't think anything magnificently majestic is going to occur on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be hopping into Energy Wednesday for the afternoon swing trading room in just a few moments. I did get stopped out of a swing trade today on work, which is Slack Technologies, but I'm going to be getting back into this one long. This is an inverted head and shoulders, my friends, and we are retesting this neckline. So this green box is the buy zone. Start tiptoeing into work, aka Slack Technologies. And one of the trades that we have been in for a while is actually 35 October call options. So keep your eyes on Slack, please. I'm a big fan of this company. The swing trade, the directional swing trade, the breakout trade didn't work, and that's okay. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one. I'm going to watch this one. I'm going to try to get back in. But right now, I am a fan, and I do think Slack can and most likely will eventually go a little bit higher, and mostly just based on this chart pattern. I kind of like it. But did get stopped out of that one. Was able to win small on AMD on the day, and again, that's the put sale. This was some day trades that we placed. The early morning day trade was really quite spectacular that we were able to play on AMD. This was the 105 EMA on a 30-minute chart, this little dashed purple line. And we went in bullish above there with a stop right there, and we're able to capture some nice wins on AMD early this morning. And then it rolled over, and I didn't participate in the bearish sell-off at all, and then tried some bullish action down here and ended up winning small on this particular trade and losing on another one, a little bit more of an aggressive trade. So AMD, yeah, pretty nice day trade for the most part, and the put sale I think is going to work out fine. I do like AMD. I do think this is a really nice one to buy low, sell high on. We'll see, but I'm quite confident that these put sales are going to work out just fine. And by just fine, I mean expire worthless. And if they don't, then, heck, we get some put sales and we get some shares, and that's that. Some swing trades we are in still. Sleep Number, SMBR was profitable every other day until today, but we'll see if it bounces. Ticker symbol Bro, same thing. We were profitable up on it until today, but again, we'll see if that bounces. Don't know if it does or not. Got triggered into Google on the pullback today, GOOGL. We'll see if Google gets a little cute bounce of some kind and of some magnitude. As of right now, looks okay. I can kind of dig it. And CDSN, this is a bearish swing trade that we're in, and the market did have a little bit of a drop today, but even with the bearish drop on CDNS, it didn't really go down that far. So we'll see if I end up getting out of that trade potentially for a super, super small win, maybe. Trying to short this market's been challenging. Dollar General, I tried to short Dollar General. That didn't work, but woe was me. So lost twice on Dollar General. Ironic, but anyway. Cool stuff, folks. Advanced class starts June. Sign up. Be there. So many great parts, wonderful aspects, and enriching campaigns coming your way for real-life trading. Thank you for being a part of the program, the company, the family, and the community. You rock. And until next time, love life, and trade it. Bye.